All right, so making money off of raw land has been one of the best kept secrets for far too long. In this episode, I'm gonna give you the best kept secret on how to make money off raw lands. All right, so first I'm gonna share my personal story and then how making money off raw land changed my life. And then I'm gonna give you several strategies of how you too can do the same thing. All right, so let's rewind back to 2007. I just currently got my real estate license. I purchased my first rental property. And then 2008, someone ripped the carpet right out from underneath me and the real estate market was beating me up on a daily basis. Then I joined the military in 2009 and ultimately did that and then went to basic training and then AIT and then left the country from about 2010 to 2013 on a couple deployments. And while I wasn't deployed, I lived in Germany. Well, 2013, I get moved back to the United States and ultimately went to school to be an Army officer, and I got back into real estate. But I bought a house next to the college and I started renting out the rooms, and this allowed me some additional income. Well, fast forward now to 2015, I've now met a woman, we've gotten married, and now we're having babies, and I don't want to be in the military anymore, right? I'm tired of always being gone, always being away, always training, always deployed. So I had a huge why, and that was to make enough income to get me out of the military. Well, I stumbled on an amazing niche of real estate called land investing. I heard a guy on a podcast, he was talking about buying land at crazy massive discounts and flipping this stuff overnight and tripling and quadrupling his money. So what did I do? I did exactly what he was talking about. I went to my county treasurer's office and I asked them for their tax delinquent list. And I got a list of tax delinquent properties. And it was a complete misunderstanding. And the lady thought I was interested in purchasing the tax liens. I was not interested in purchasing tax liens. I was interested in contacting the people that were behind on their taxes. So she gave me this beautiful list, and this list ended up being the county held tax lien list. These are the bottom of the barrel parcels of land that no one was purchasing the back taxes on. No one was paying the back taxes on this land. Well, I sent out about 687 postcards to this list of people that were so far behind on their taxes, and it's mostly because the land was not buildable, it was not accessible, you name it, there was a problem with it. And I mailed these guys. So it was literally like putting fish food in a dried up stream of fish that were starving, and my phone blows up. These people are calling me and saying, yes, I'll sell you the land, here's the price, you can take it, have it. Well, the first deal I got was $285. It was a retired CPA. He said, I've been paying the taxes for years. The land's not buildable. It's yours for $285. I had no clue what I was getting myself into. So I drove and looked at the land on a Saturday, me and my wife, and I didn't know what it was worth. But I knew $285. What was the catch? Why in the world could I buy a piece of land for $285? And I called the real estate office right down the street from this land. And the realtor told me, I don't really know what you can get for it on the MLS, but I think you could sell it fairly decently quickly for about $10,000. And I was thinking to myself, oh my goodness, if I list this thing on the multiple listing service with the realtor, I can get $10,000 for it. Why wouldn't the seller have just done it themselves? And this is where I just stopped asking why, because so many people are not willing to be resourceful and learn the things that you're learning on this YouTube channel of how to make profits in land. So I thanked that realtor for her time, and I hung up with her, and she calls me back within 5 minutes and says, hey Brent, what if I purchase the land from you? And I said, well, great, that sounds amazing to me. What are you offering? She said, I'll offer you $5,000 to sell me the land. I said, great, we have a deal. Send me the purchase agreement. So she sent me the agreement, and she wanted to close on Wednesday. Mind you, it's Saturday, like 4 days later. And she was very familiar with this property. She knew exactly where it was at. She's a real estate agent. So I said, who better to sell it to than her? So she sent me the purchase agreement, and I called the seller and I said, hey, I'll pay you the $285. We have a deal, but can I pay you on Tuesday? That way I only had my money into the deal like less than a day. So I went and met the seller, gave him the $285. He gave me a quitclaim deed. I brought that quitclaim deed to the title company, and I got my $5,000 check on Wednesday. Hey guys, I hope you're getting a ton out of this. This has changed my life. Smash that subscribe button and hit that like button, and also maybe share this episode with someone that might need to hear this. Let's keep going. All right, so remember I talked to you about my phone exploding? I had another deal in the works too. This lady wanted to sell me this parcel of land for $500, but this one was not accessible. It was actually surrounded by state park land, so I had to trespass to get to it, and I took photos and video because I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. So I went and drove up to Denver, Colorado to meet the seller, and I ended up bringing her the $500, but when I got home with that warranty deed this time, I got a warranty deed for this property. She transferred the property to me, and basically a warranty deed, the difference between a warranty deed and a quitclaim deed is the warranty deed says she will warranty the property. There's no liens or encumbrances or back taxes from the beginning of time. A quitclaim deed is if I gave you a property, if I sold you a property today and I gave you a quitclaim deed, that says I'm quitting claiming this property, I don't warranty it at all. There could be liens, there could be encumbrances, there could be back taxes, there could be IRS tax liens, you name it, I'm not warranting it. So this time this lady gave me a warranty deed and I bought the property from her for $500. And I listed it on Craigslist this time for $500 down because I wanted my money out pretty quickly and $400 a month. And the reason why I did it for seller financing was because I didn't think the property was that valuable. I didn't think I was gonna be able to sell it very easily. But let me tell you, by Sunday afternoon, I had a buyer that brought me $500 cash and they paid me $400 a month until the property was paid for, and I sold it for a total of $5,000 once again. Well, that $400 a month really changed my way of thinking. It gave me a paradigm shift, as Stephen Covey would say. It changed my thinking because now my truck payment was covered every single month. And remember I told you I wanted to get out of the Army? I had a huge why, and that was to see my son grow up, because the first year of his life, I was only home for about 2 months. And now I was on the road to replacing my income. Currently at that time, I was only spending about $4,500 a month. That's what our monthly expenses were. So I just told you I'm making $400 a month now, right? I just have to do this about 11 more times and I'll be completely financially free. Fast forward 9 months, I've now made over $100,000 in land. I've got $4,900 a month coming in every single month automatically with parcels of land that I sold. You too can do the same exact thing with vacant raw land, because it is one of the best kept secrets out there, because most people drive around and they see vacant raw land every single day. There's no houses on it to rent out, or there's no storage units or no mobile home parks, so they don't look twice at it. There's nothing to make money with, right? Well, it's vacant raw land. If you get it for a big enough discount, one man's trash is always another man's treasure, and there's a buyer for every single parcel of land. So all I'm saying is there's virtually no competition in this business in making money with raw vacant land. So raw vacant land has given me 5 amazing things. 1, financial freedom. 2, time freedom. Why time freedom? Because every single month I have over 100 land notes paying me on time, and if they don't, they get a late fee. And if they stop paying, I can take the land back. 3, geography freedom. I now can live anywhere in the world because I can do this from anywhere in the world with the internet and a phone connection, or I just have my team take care of it now, and that's ultimately why we just keep building this up. Number 4, there's virtually no competition with this because people drive by every single day and they don't look at the land as a money-making opportunity, so there's like hardly anybody sending offers for this land. And then 5, this stuff is super simple. There's no houses on it. There's no roofs to repair. There's no foundations to fix. There's no plumbing problems. The tenants are not calling me in the middle of the night. So if you're all interested and you want to learn how to do this process, you want to allow me to show you how to avoid the mistakes that I made in the very beginning and accelerate your process, head on over to thelandsharks.com. Schedule that call. Let's do a strategy call. And if we feel like we're a great fit, I'd be honored to coach you.